And welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you a weekly outlook with Bitcoin, crypto, altcoins, the stock market, everything that you need to know for this week, for the next week, to understand if we're going to see right now an explosion to the upside. What could it be the target for the end of the cycle, or are we going to see a correction coming very soon? So give me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. We post one video about crypto trading every single day, and also this video is brought to you by our partner BLOFIN. Guys, if you sign up right now, we only got 10 spots available for this amazing offer. Right now, deposit and trade up to $10,000 and become a VIP for 30 days. Basically, it means zero trading fees, one of the best bonuses and offers you can get right now, guys. Sign up with BLOFIN. Go very fast, guys. We only have 10 spots available. But right now, guys, let's go back into BTC and let's see where we are. $105,000, 348. Bitcoin has been stalling for the past 3 to 4 days after basically we had that little drop with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They basically were insulting each other. We saw it drop down to $100,000. Then we had a rebound. And the question is right now, are we going to see a correction? Are we going to see now a continuation to the upside? I'm going to explain to you what you need to know. But at the same time, guys, and I like to show you every time the reality. I like to show you what we do from here. That when everybody was basically wondering what was happening with BTC when we dropped, and people were scared, or we were going up, we were going down. You can see that in our VIP group, guys, as always. As always, because I can show you the results, I can show you the proof what we wrote over here, and I can also show you the trading results for my members. When everybody was just wondering what was going on with crypto, with altcoins, our VIP group, guys, went and long the drop by perfection. We made incredible results. I mean, look at Christopher here, 186% short in Farcoin, and you can see just all these results, guys, coming short in Bitcoin, long in altcoins. We are literally killing this market. So if you really want to go to and trade to the next level, you really want to learn, you want education, you want analysis every single day of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, every single day, guys. I'm coming here, putting my face, talking about macro, spot trading. We give like altcoins trading ideas. We have a community of professional members, not only myself, who are super skilled. What you have to do instead of just wandering around is to come and join, guys. The VIP group is going to bring your trading to the next level. Whether you are a short-term, long-term trader, guys, that's the place to be. So if you want to sign up, guys, there is a link in the description with a trailer here, and also all of our trading results, everything documented as always. Full transparency. We don't say bullshit, as you can see, because everything is documented. But right now, let's go back and concentrate to what's happening right now with BTC. You can see from the weekly chart, I mean, the structure looks amazing, but this week is going to be very super hyper important. Why? Because we're going to have two important events. Number one is going to be the CPI. CPI, we need the CPI for more continuation to come lower than expectation. So if we're going to see a CPI coming up again, that's not going to be good. We could be seeing a correction, like a short-term correction coming up. And I'm going to show you the levels where Bitcoin could correct down to. But also we're going to have the PPI. This is going to be super important. And the reason why is because if this is going to basically come, let's say, lower than expectation, then next week we're going to have the FOMC meeting. The Fed might say that they're going to cut rates very soon. But if you're going to see the inflation accelerating, Jerome Powell being basically scared about tariffs, about the Trump tariffs, then we could be seeing a more pronounced correction. So right now, the levels I'm looking at right now, guys, is going to be very important to understand where are we going to go down to. So let's say, for example, that we are going to see, for example, like a correction down to like a short-term correction. The levels I'm going to be looking at is going to be number one, around here, around $97,000 to $98,000, and number two is going to be around 92,000. So in the case of, you're going to see as I said before, a correction due to the high CPI because the Fed is not going to cut interest rates and all of that. Remember that right now, from the daily chart, you can see that we are in a beautiful downward channel. So until we're not going to be able to break this area and close above it, let's say we're not going to be able to close above $107,000, the bias is going to be for more downside. Okay, so we want to see a daily chart, a daily candle closing above $107,000, and then we could actually confirm that we're going to see a proper reversal. We're going to go higher, and the next target could be probably around 118 to $119,000. That could be happening. But right now, as I explained already, we are basically now facing this very important diagonal resistance. And in general, especially during this time of economic uncertainty and also CPI and important economic data, we are at risk, of course, of seeing what we call a rejection down to here, down to this area, and then finally explode to the upside. So be very careful. Be again in a community, guys, where you understand where you are and what point you can buy, you can sell, like our VIP, because we're going to basically talk about all of this. We're going to really tell the members, and we're going to help each other to understand when it's going to be the right time to buy, to sell, and all of that. So remember, these 2 points to take into consideration. If you're going to be able to go and break 107,000, I could expect maybe a pump to 109, 110, maybe a rebound from here, and then movement to the upside. That's what I can be seeing right now. So very important what's going to be happening. And also, macro point of view, as I was discussing before, it's all nice that we are seeing this basically BTC rebounding very well from this 9 moving average, but at the same time we haven't had a correction within the stock market for a while, as well as with crypto. And people are asking me, Andrea, why I'm not super bullish, because we're gonna see so many good news coming up. Well, what I would like to see, and I would be more happy if I could be seeing like a more of a healthy consolidation correction, maybe something like that, to go down maybe to 90, 95, 96,000, and then have a nice push to the upside. Because if you're going to continue to go higher like that, okay, and we're not going to see any healthy correction, then the pullback is going to be stronger. So for example, if you're going to continue to go higher, we go to 170, 118, then it can really drop hard, and of course it's going to cut lots of people off guard. So be very careful to see all of this development of like this parabolic move to the upside. We want to see things to get a little bit more steady. But right now, as I said before, things are looking good. My end of the target for the cycle is still around 135, 140,000. Some people have higher targets. I don't care. That's what I can think it can be happening. Now, next one I want to show you guys today, Ethereum, ETH. I'm going to show you very simply where we are and what could be happening. Ethereum, as I said so many times, is into what we call a compression stage. In my opinion, looks like a very, very good chart. And right now, we need to understand what is going to be the next move. The problem with ETH right now, guys, we are sitting below this very important level of resistance. You can see that we are trying to break this resistance level, which is basically below this EMA on the weekly chart. And what we want to see is going to be a clear break and a clear closure above $2,600. And when that happens, when we're going to see a proper closure from here, then I could be see ETH to probably continue to go higher, reaching maybe $3,500 to $3,600. And at that point, as I always say, then we need to see a confirmation to be able to break this very important level of diagonal resistance. Because once and if we're going to be able to break $3,600, then I can see ETH to continue to go higher. But otherwise, if you're going to get a rejection, we could be seeing one more rejection down to here to 2000, and then probably another push to the upside. Also, we can have a look a little bit more short term, what's happening right now, like on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart. ETH, as you can see, we are basically ranging right now with the what we call bearish divergence on the RSI. Although this looks okay, at the same time, in my opinion, ETH is losing a little bit of steam. We are right now in what we call a compression stage. Basically, Ethereum is doing this. It's doing this, okay? It's probably going to come to a point, like to a resolution point, which should be in line for the next couple of days with CPI, with the CPI report. And of course, if CPI comes way below expectation, and I'm going to say it again, way below expectation, not just below expectation, then we could be seeing this calling as like a, we'll call it like a bullish pennant with an explosion of price to then to go way higher, probably reaching 3,200, 3,300. But if you're going to break to the downside, and also we're going to lose this very important 200 moving average, which is sitting here, then it's quite likely that ETH is going to go a little bit lower, probably with BTC going to 97 to 98. First target is going to be probably for ETH around 2,200. And if we break 2,200, it can even go down as 2,000, like I was saying before. So it's going to be something like that, retracement, and then boom, another push to the upside. As I always say, medium term, guys, I'm still very bullish. Solana, we can see Solana as well, where we are right now. I'm just going to cancel all of this. This was for my VIP members to basically, all our shorting and longing calls. So right now, I'm going to go on the weekly chart and show you where we are with Solana. It's quite funny, right, that in the VIP on the spot trading section, we sold exactly at the local top. 19th of April, everything was documented here. Then 14th of May, update spot trading and selling 60% of my spot position, 74% profit, guys. Basically, we just nailed the local top, and now basically Solana went down and dropped another roughly like 30%. Now, what we're going to see now with Solana is going to be super important is the following. As I said multiple times, and I really hope you understood that, is that Solana had a break of structure. And what I mean by break of structure is actually that we went here, we broke the structure, we tried to reclaim again, and now we got a rejection. What we're going to see right now, and it's going to be very important, is going to be that you can see from this point, we had what we call a wave, potentially wave number one. Then we're going to see a corrective wave number two. We want this level to hold probably 130, 130, 130 to 135. It's probably going to be if BTC is going to go to 97 to 98, we could be seeing Solana going to maybe 130, 130 to 135, and then we should be seeing another push to the upside. And that's going to be very important, guys, because if you're going to go and break this level, if not this level, then we could be seeing more of a dump to come. Also, bear in mind, okay? Bear in mind that even in a bull market, which looks like a bull market right now, but what you have to understand as an investor, as a trader, and this is not financial advice, but you always need to understand how to manage your risk. Never think that, because this is a bull market, we have to go higher. Because if Solana wants to, he could do basically this, he could do this, and then he could do this. It can go down to $60. There is nothing stopping Solana from doing that. If there's going to be some news about, I don't know, Donald Trump dropping a bomb, I don't know what he's going to do, guys, we can go lower. Okay. So it can be an A, it can be a B, and it can be a C. And you can laugh as much as you want, but Solana could be going down even to $50, $60. And then what are you going to do if you don't have money to buy the dip? If you haven't prepared yourself in this kind of situation, guys. I kept saying I'm 50% in cash with my investments. 50% in cash. Because if this happens, if Solana goes to like 70, 80, I'm ready to deploy capital. And then trust me that when it's going to go down to here, then it can do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be making so much money. But if you haven't had dry powder in that area because you already got all in here because your favorite influencer told you that Solana is going to go to $1,000, I mean, what are you going to do? So be very careful how to manage your money. Very important. Treat money seriously. Don't just throw them up in the air. So very important with that. Now, next one I want to see, guys, is total free market cap. You can see the perfection from here as well. I was saying to my VIP members, guys, that we shouldn't see a rebound at the 820 billions market cap. We went down to 810, a little bit more. Now we had a rebound from here, and now again, is this bounce over? And now are we going to see I would say, more pronounced pump from here? Well, it all depends what's going to be happening with the CPI. Let me just cancel here and show you a little bit better what I mean by that. So I'm going to be on the daily chart, and this is, guys, by the way, it's a total free, which is the market capitalization of all the altcoins, excluding the Ethereum and Bitcoin. So it takes into account all the altcoins. Basically, it can be a good metric for altcoin season. And again, from here, you can see that we are in a beautiful downward channel. So unless we're not going to be able to break $890 billion, okay, we're not going to see a break from here, then there is a risk that we can actually go in lower, okay? And if that happens, of course, still looks amazing, still looks, in my opinion, what we call a inverted head and shoulder. That could be the case. It's going to bring us higher. But remember that if we are not going to be able to break this level from here, the risk is that we're going to get a rejection from here and then go lower. Okay? So that's what we want to see from here. There's going to be a clear break of the diagonal resistance to flip our short-term bearish bias to then to continue higher. It's going to be very, very important. Next one, guys, is the Bitcoin dominance. I love the Bitcoin dominance chart, and I was telling you that, in my opinion, Bitcoin dominance is about to go probably to 68 to 70%. I kept saying, guys, it's going to go to 68%. Guys, going to go to 68%. And look what's happening right now. Almost 65%, but we are getting close. So what I would like to see right now, in a very hypothetical, ideal scenario where everybody's going to be super happy and it's going to be I guess, the best solution, the best outcome ever, is going to be this Bitcoin market cap dominance to go and top up probably around here. Okay, so if mathematics is not an opinion, like we say in my country, in Italy, we should be seeing this Bitcoin dominance to probably go and reach around 68 to 69% around July, August. And then after that, huge drop down to here, if not even down to here. And that's what I can see when altcoins are going to go ballistic. So what is going to be important for me is that I would like to see BTC to probably go and reach this level around 68 to 70% and be at 140 to 150,000, meaning that basically the cycle BTC it's over, and then all the money after, when it's going to consolidate, is going to be transferred into altcoins. Altcoins are going to go crazy, and basically we can call it a day. We can call it the end of the cycle. Last one, guys, I want to show you, very important, S&P 500. Again, I am very cautious right now with the S&P 500. You can see that, I mean, the chart looks amazing. I can't deny the fact that the chart looks incredible. You can see this basically parabolic blow off top developing right now. And look where we are. I think that we have a big chance, okay, with the S&P 500, you can see from here that we're going to be able to reach here this level to form like a huge, huge bearish divergence starting from 2018. And what I mean by that is that we should be seeing probably, we have this like a little gap. So from here to here. So it's going to be quite likely, there is a possibility that S&P 500 should be able to reach a target of, you probably know already my target, around 7,000. So around here. So S&P 500 to 7,000 could be good for basically the end of the cycle. So something I'm taking into consideration right now when I'm going to get out from crypto, from the stock market and all of that, is when we're going to go into a dangerous territory. It's probably going to be around this box over here. Once we're going to get to this point here, once I can see the Fed, they're going to hint of rate cuts and all of that, I can see the economy deteriorating. That's why, guys, in the VIP, we're going to be discussing all of this, short-term, long-term, everything, when basically I'm going to sell. And once we're going to get to this area, that's going to be a very dangerous area. It doesn't mean the S&P can go to 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, but literally I don't care, okay? I don't care if it's going to go to 8,000, 9,000, because in this box here, the risk to reward is completely fucked up. Sorry for my language. So we go to this area, we have a blow off top, everybody's super euphoric. I'm out of the game, guys. Bitcoin can go to 400,000 and I don't care, okay? Because if you want to be a professional in this game, like I've been for almost like 10 years so far, is that the lesson I learned better, it's always buy low and sell high. And you don't need to nail tops and bottoms. You got to go close, but you don't need to nail them. So if something goes out of craziness, out of proportion. BTC goes from 100,000 to 400,000 in a month. I'm happy for those who are going to hold. But for me, I'm going to offload my positions. I'm going to rebuy back in when I'm going to see a better opportunity. But otherwise, guys, for today, that's it. I really hope this video was helpful for you to understand where we are and what could be happening. Again, medium term still bullish, short term a little bit more bearish, expecting a little bit of a correction. But otherwise, I wish you an incredible day. Let's see what happens. Like this week is going to be interesting, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.